Warriors HC Steve Kerr goes on 3-minute rant about gun laws after Brown University shooting. Golden State Warriors head coach Steve Kerr is no stranger to speaking his mind, but his latest comments have reignited a national conversation that goes far beyond basketball. Following the tragic shooting near Brown University, Kerr delivered an emotional, 3-minute rant about gun laws that immediately drew widespread attention across the sports world and beyond. His remarks weren't scripted, polished, or cautious. Instead, they were raw, direct, and deeply personal. The moment occurred during a media session when Kerr was asked a routine basketball question. Rather than sticking strictly to the game, the veteran coach paused, gathered his thoughts, and pivoted to something far heavier. What followed was a powerful statement that quickly went viral, drawing both praise and criticism from fans, analysts, and commentators. Steve Kerr made it clear that he was speaking not just as a coach, but as a human being. Visibly frustrated, Kerr expressed exhaustion over the repeated cycle of mass shootings in the United States. He questioned how tragedies like the one connected to Brown University continue to happen with such frequency, and why meaningful legislative change still feels out of reach. His voice carried a mix of anger, sadness, and disbelief, emotions that resonated with many watching the clip online. Kerr didn't reference basketball, team strategy, or the Warriors' season during his comments. Instead, he focused squarely on gun violence, emphasizing that these events are not isolated incidents, but part of a larger, ongoing crisis. He challenged leaders and policymakers to take responsibility, arguing that moments of silence and thoughts alone are no longer enough. The coach's message hit especially hard given his personal history. Steve Kerr has previously spoken about how gun violence has affected his own life, which gives his statements added weight. That background helps explain why he often chooses to use his platform when these tragedies occur. For Kerr, this isn't about politics, it's about preventing future loss and protecting communities. Within minutes of his comments circulating online, reactions poured in. Supporters praised Kerr for his courage, applauding him for using his visibility to advocate for change. Many fans said they appreciated a prominent sports figure refusing to stick to sports when lives are at stake. Others noted that his tone reflected the frustration felt by millions who are tired of seeing similar headlines year after year. However, not everyone agreed with Kerr's approach. Critics argued that sports press conferences aren't the place for political commentary. Some accused Kerr of overstepping his role, while others felt that his comments oversimplified a deeply complex issue. As expected, the conversation quickly became polarized, with debates playing out across social media platforms and sports talk shows. Despite the backlash, Kerr didn't appear concerned about public reaction. That in itself is nothing new. Throughout his coaching career, Steve Kerr has consistently shown a willingness to speak openly on social issues, even when it invites controversy. He has long maintained that having a platform comes with responsibility, and that silence can sometimes be more damaging than criticism. What made this particular moment stand out was its emotional intensity. This wasn't a prepared statement or a carefully worded press release. It was a spontaneous, heartfelt response to a tragedy that once again underscored how deeply these events affect people across all walks of life. The rawness of Kerr's words is likely why the clip spread so rapidly and struck such a chord. The Warriors organization did not immediately issue a formal follow-up statement, allowing Kerr's words to stand on their own. That decision suggested quiet support, or at the very least, respect for their coach's right to express himself authentically. Meanwhile, the shooting near Brown University remained at the center of the conversation. As details emerged, the tragedy served as yet another reminder of how gun violence continues to disrupt schools, campuses, and communities nationwide. Kerr's comments didn't attempt to analyze the specific incident, but rather used it as a painful example of a broader pattern that many feel has become disturbingly familiar. In the larger context, Kerr's rant highlights the growing intersection between sports and social issues. Athletes and coaches today are no longer viewed solely as entertainers. Many fans expect, or at least accept, that prominent figures will weigh in on issues that matter to them. While that shift hasn't come without resistance, moments like this show how deeply sports are woven into the cultural fabric. Whether one agrees with Steve Kerr or not, his comments undeniably sparked discussion. They forced people to confront uncomfortable questions, even if only briefly. They reminded viewers that tragedies don't stop at the edge of the basketball court, and that the people we watch for entertainment are affected by the same realities as everyone else. As the NBA season continues, this moment will likely be remembered as more than just a post-game soundbite. It stands as another chapter in Steve Kerr's ongoing willingness to speak out, regardless of the consequences. Love it or hate it, his 3-minute rant ensured that the conversation didn't fade quietly into the background. And in today's fast-moving news cycle, that alone is significant. As always, we'll continue to follow reactions from around the league and keep you updated as this story develops. If you want more neutral, less political tone, stronger emotional hook, shortened 8 to 9-minute version, headline heavy, clickbait rewrite, just let me know.